Here we are in the character creator for Code Vein, a Souls-like with anime aesthetics. I wanted to try to see if I could make Mario in different character creator engines. And you'll see quite quickly that in Code Vein, we did the best we could, but we couldn't really go super far. Now, the character creator in Code Vein is quite good for characters with an anime aesthetic. When you're trying to make the cartoonish Mario with his bulbous nose and his big ears and the red hat, it didn't really work. We couldn't do any kind of facial hair, so mustaches were out of the question. The hair, I did the best I could because really we only want to see that red hat. You'll see that this really isn't Mario's red hat, but again, as good as we could with the limitations. We got the bushy brown eyebrows and then the eyes. I think the eyes is the best part about this. I tried to make it as close as possible to the N64 title screen, where you can kind of mess around with Mario's face.
Mamma mia!
I'm surprised you could even get the red hat. Like, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, the red hat was about as far as I could go with that one. Next, we went into Cyberpunk 2077. Again, another pretty robust character creator when you're trying to make somebody that looks hyper realistic, but trying to make the cartoony Mario proved to be way more of a challenge than I expected. We do get the mustache, which is nice. We tried to mess around with the eyes as good as we can. There's so many unnecessary customization options if you're trying to do something like this, but for people that are role playing, I know they get a kick out of having all of those options. We went with a brown hairstyle that just kind of was simple. There are no hats. We did make his ears as big as possible, and again, his nose as big as possible because Mario got a big schnoz on there. So this is what we got. You know, it doesn't really look like Mario, but again, this is as far as we could get it.
Okie dokie.
Next up is Elden Ring, another pretty robust character creator with a ton of options. And you'll see that I played around with this for quite a while. I decided to really try to start with that nose because Mario got a big nose. And then the cheeks were trying to get like anatomically correct in that N64 graphic, but he just starts looking quite horrifying, and honestly, I just want to get out of there as fast as possible.
I'm tired.
Now, without a doubt, my favorite of all of these has to be in Fallout 4. This character creator is very cool because you can kind of look at your reference images and literally sculpt the face. You'll see again, I'm starting with the nose because that is Mario's most prominent feature, but we're slowly starting to morph this random guy into Mario. I'm not really trying to build Mario as much as I'm trying to reveal him from what I'm given. This is my favorite one because it doesn't look exactly like Mario, but it does capture his essence. Having facial hair really helps. I almost thought about making him bald, but when you look at Mario and Mario Odyssey, he's got a full head of hair, and there he is. I mean, that looks like an Italian plumber from New York if I ever did see one myself.
Let's go.
I think it kind of evoked the spirit of Mario the best.
This is the first one I looked at, and I'm like, that kind of looked like Mario.
Kind of Mario.
Yeah, you kind of get the vibe, right? Whether we could accurately recreate Mario in different video game images really wasn't the point of this video. Ultimately, this was just a fun exercise in seeing how expectations and reality oftentimes don't meet. Each of these video game character creator engines were pretty good in coming up with a character at the end, but none of them looked exactly like 3D Mario. Once my immediate expectations were gone, I was able to have fun and see what tools we did have access to and try to get the spirit of Mario rather than a one-to-one recreation.